everyone, I'm back from UtopYA in Nashville. That's where I was this past weekend and why you did not get a grammar update. I had a great weekend and I bought a lot of cool books, and I'm going to show you my haul at the end of this video, but first, we have to get down to business. We need to have a serious talk. It's time to talk about the ellipses. I'm Amy Lee Strickland and you're watching Red Ink. Ellipses is a piece of punctuation that is composed of 3 periods. Not 2, not 4, not 5, 3. Dot, dot, dot. Just say it out loud as you type it. Dot, dot, dot. Don't go crazy. There's no need for 7 dots. The primary use of the ellipses is to abridge text. We can do this in academic writing to cut out wordier portions of quotes or irrelevant text. But we should never use the power of the ellipses for evil. Now, I might say, you know, I really hate it when people add other flavors to cheesecake. Now, it would be an abuse of elliptical power to quote me as saying, I really hate ... cheesecake. It's not true. I love cheesecake. I totally just ate some before filming this episode. That's how it's used in academic writing. How is it used in fiction? Well, as fiction writers, we can use the ellipses to cut out unimportant or unintelligible dialogue. This can create a nice effect when the speaking character is mumbling or far away. In fact, I've recently used it in a draft to mark the snippets of conversation that my nosy narrator can overhear while eavesdropping on some people in the library. Now, the other appropriate use of the ellipses is when a character's dialogue trails off. Not cut off. If they're interrupted, you use a dash. Dash, cut off, sharp. Ellipses, trailing off. Okay, got it? Good. When someone fades off of their own accord, whether they're thinking or losing their steam or falling asleep, you can use See? An ellipses. That's some pretty simple stuff. So let's quickly go over when you do not use an ellipses. You do not use an ellipses to avoid having to complete your sentence. Finish your sentences! I know many of you grew up on Final Fantasy VII where they just abuse the heck out of the ellipses. Remember, those games are notoriously poorly translated, and they should not be used as examples of proper English grammar, you spoony bards. This ends the grammar portion of Red Ink, so if you'd like to check out now, just stop for a second, like the video, share it to your friends, subscribe to this channel, and then you can toodaloo. Scuttle off. Bye. But anybody who wants to see what I got at UtopYA, UtopYA is a conference held in Nashville with a focus on young adult fiction and targeted towards female writers. There were a few dudes there, but it was mostly female writers and a lot of romance. Next year, UtopYA is changing its name to UtopYA with the IA and shifting towards independent authors rather than young adult because there's a lot of new adult and other genres there. But this year, I went, and Thursday I had a table with a bunch of my books, the Olympia Heights series or Gold Hawk series, the Olympia Heights comic, which you can read for free at www.olympia-heights.com/comic. So let me quickly run down what I got. First book, Noose Miller's The Rooftop Inventor. This is a first-time author, a really nice lady. I hung out with her at karaoke on Friday night, and I'm excited. I just started, I'm 3 pages in, but I'm excited. This is a book, you know, kind of going with that graphic, Divergent Hunger Games type cover. It is a dystopian novel. It's called Strikers by Anne Christie. It's set in a post-apocalyptic America 100 years after the Republic of Texas. It kind of sounded fun, like there might be some, libertarianism gone wild that kind of forgets the little guy. Politically, I'm not entirely sure where that book's going to stand if I'm going to throw it at the wall, but it sounded really cool and the cover was really nice and the lady was really friendly, so hope it's good. I honestly don't know how to pronounce this one. Silvithiel. I don't know. It's got big cats and elves talking telepathically, and I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty. I'm gonna buy it. All right, this lady, Chelsea Starling, super nice, and she's really interested in working with educators and getting authors into schools. Quick bane, I mean, look at this gorgeous illustration. So I think I accidentally bought it on Kindle 6 months ago and then forgot that I had it, but I bought it in paperback again because it's pretty. Last year at UtopYA, I really wanted to buy Time Bound by Risa Walker, and I didn't have very much money on me because I didn't bring all my birthday swag like I did this year. I hesitated because she wasn't there at the table selling it, but this year she was there. She also has her second book in the series out. It looks really good. I mean, look at that cover. Look at that cover. This lady knows she's a former college history professor. She's put out educational materials on risa.com. You can find a video to use in your classroom about writing from primary sources. So I got these 2 books, and there will be a copy in my classroom library. And finally, this was a completely unexpected. I met this lady, Gail Strickland, and I saw her. She's also a Strickland, but not at all related. One of the coolest people that I met at UtopYA. She is a classics scholar, and she's actually translated Iliad and Odyssey and a bunch of other stuff. This is her. Super nice lady. We talked about mythology and keeping it alive for young students, and about how a lot of people are really getting into the Rick Riordan books, and how we want to make sure that as many versions of the myths are out there as possible so that the young people today have exposure to these stories. So she had these really awesome buttons with this art on it that said, "You can't kill the song." I've got it somewhere in my house already. And The Knight of Pan, the Oracle of Delphi Trilogy, Book 1. So there's going to be 2 more, and this lady knows her stuff. Those are what the books I bought at UtopyaCon in Nashville. I had a lot of fun. Next year, I don't know what's going on yet because we have to work out the money for the table and everything, but I really hope I can be there. Next week's the last episode of the season, Dangling Participles. If you've got any grammar pet peeves that you'd like me to cover, comment in the video comments below and let me know, because I'm outlining season 2 right now and I'm really excited for it. Keep writing, keep reading, keep editing and proofreading. Become a better writer every day, step by step, one rule at a time.